Here's my disclaimer. I am a qualified builder with 25 years experience. I'm not a financial advisor, real estate agent, tax agent, or life coach. I'm not affiliated with any company, and this is not advice. This content includes short references to financial commentary, published strategies, cultural insights, and public information from respected leaders. It may also contain brief cultural, lyrical, or historical references used solely for education, legacy, humor, and storytelling. All data and figures are based on public information and are shared in good faith for education, reflection, and learning under the Idunn Foundation's housing mission. Please seek licensed legal, real estate, financial, and tax guidance before making any decisions. Hey, it's Odinn here. Did you know earning $58,700 puts you in the top 1% worldwide? Let's break that down. So what feels middle class here is actually luxury worldwide. Today, let's break down what Nobel Prize economists prioritize to effectively say this and how they prioritize issues facing the world's population. So here we go. Are you in the 1%? World economists say you are. Studies on global income inequality show that anyone earning over 58,700 Australian dollars a year is already in the top 1% of income earners worldwide. For many Australians, that sounds ludicrous because things are getting more expensive. I mean, look at my shopping trolley and my rent right now. And in Australia, that is called middle class, more like scraped by class. But on global scale, it's privilege and responsibility that comes with living in a high income country. How they calculate what the poverty line is for all countries. So, the poverty line is worked out by looking at the average Aussie income. Then they cut that in half. If you earn less than half of what the middle Aussie earns, you're under the poverty line. In Australia right now, that's about $29,350 a year. So around $565 per week for a single adult. It basically says, if you earn less than half of what the middle household does, you're in poverty by national standards. So poverty is a domestic benchmark relative to what people earn in your own country. So poverty line equals you're earning way less than the average Aussie. Now we zoom out to the whole world, and most people on earth live on just a few dollars a day. If you earn $58,700 a year in Australia, you are richer than 99% of the world's population. To Aussies, $59,000 says middle class, but it's still not enough to scrape by here. But compared to the world, you have won lotto. So basically, in Australia, $58,000 just getting by. In the world, $58,000, top 1%. When researchers say if you earn over $58,700, you're in the global 1%. They are using what is called purchasing power parity to compare incomes worldwide. Purchasing power parity adjusts for cost of living in different countries. So $58,700 in Australia might buy about the same quality of life as $10,000 in India or $20,000 in parts of Africa. That income puts you above 99% of the global population because most people worldwide live on much less, often under $10 a day. So the global 1% is a global benchmark comparing you not just to Aussies, but to everyone in the world. In Australia, $58,700 feels middle class, just above poverty, nowhere near rich. Globally, the same income is extraordinary wealth compared to billions who live on far less. Bjorn Lomborg leads the Copenhagen Consensus Center, a think tank that asks, if we had $50 billion to rank the world's most urgent challenges and where can money make the biggest difference for humanity, instead of trying to tackle every global problem, Lomborg's approach is to use cost-benefit analysis, measure how much good something does versus how much it costs. He and a group of Nobel laureate economists looked through many solutions, ranked them by benefit per cost. They found that some boring or less glamorous things, child immunization, combating disease, nutrition, land rights, etc., actually offer huge returns for humans per invested dollar. Surprisingly, climate change didn't even make the top 10. Go figure. Now that is so interesting about climate change. Climate change projects, giant tech projects, or expensive programs aren't useless. They're just slower, costlier, and harder to measure results per dollar. Doesn't mean they don't matter, just means right now they give less bang for buck compared to basics like shelter, food, and health. Instead, economists found that the greatest bang for buck, the biggest human return per dollar, came from simple, powerful investments like, here's the top 12 most efficient solutions ranked by impact. Number 1, tuberculosis treatment. Number 2, maternal and newborn health interventions. Number 3, malaria prevention and treatment. Number 4, childhood immunization. Number 5, nutrition, first 1,000 days of life. Number 6, tackling chronic disease, tobacco, salt, etc., etc., etc. Number 7, education improvements, better teaching, right level learning. Number 8, agriculture R&D, grow food more efficiently, reduce hunger. Number 9, e-procurement, less corruption, more open systems. Number 10, land tenure security, clear property rights. Number 11, trade liberalization, lower barriers. Number 12, skilled migration, move workers where they're needed. So for every $1 invested in these areas, the world sees about $52 in benefits. That's leverage at its best, baby. To fund these 12 solutions would cost $35 billion a year, and doing so could save 4.2 million lives per year and increase the income of the world's poor by over $1.1 trillion per year. Some of these overlap with what we do: housing, secure homes, stable incomes, and infrastructure. They help us ask funders and government, knowing which global problems are seen as high return, and aligning with those can unlock more support, right? The logic is clear. Don't just spend money, spend it where it saves and improves the most lives per dollar. Say hello to my little friend, GINICO Efficiency. At the Idunn Foundation, we apply the same principle to housing. What is GINICO Efficiency? I'm glad you asked. GINICO Efficiency equals putting every dollar where it creates the greatest return in human dignity. It's the bang for your buck principle, putting resources where they create the most human impact for the least cost. It's about doing the smartest things first. That's what Lomberg showed with his Economists rankings, and that's what Idunn Foundation does with housing. Housing is fundamentally number one overall, and everything else falls into place. How GINICO Efficiency works with Idunn's housing model? Number 1, efficient homes. Housing is priority number 1. Housing gives the biggest return on dignity. You can't fix jobs, education, or health if families are moving house every 6 months. They say one of the most stressful things to do in life is move, apparently. Odinn locks this in by capping rents at 30% of household income. Instant stability. Homes upgraded with solar, sustainable design, fruit and vegetable gardens where possible. Saves families money every month. Number 2, efficient capital, stretching every dollar, low cost, big impact. No waste, no vanity projects, only housing that multiplies stability. Number 3, efficient impact, target where it counts. Focus on essential workers plus first responders. Why? Because these are the people who keep communities safe, healthy and running. Stabilizing them first means stabilizing everyone else. Every home delivered equals less pressure on hospitals, schools, and local services. Okay, example in numbers. 100 million would buy 40 luxury homes at 2.5 million each. 100 million through Idunn's model would buy 115 homes at $800,000 each. That's 3 times the social and human impact with the same money, through stability, dignity, and a safe roof over their heads. That's GINICO Efficiency in action, baby. More families housed, more essential workers retained, more stability for the nation. Just like Economists ranked clean water and health above flashy projects, Idunn Foundation ranks stable housing above all else. Why? Because it's the one investment that multiplies everything else: jobs, health, education, and safety. In short, GINICO Efficiency equals putting resources where they create the most return in human dignity and wellness. Stable housing for even 115 families isn't just numbers, it changes lives. So let's look at the social and human impact. What stable housing really means for families. 1. Health gets better. When you're not stressing about rent going up or being kicked out, your body and mind chill out. Less stress equals fewer sick days, fewer hospital visits, better sleep. Number 2. Kids do better in school. If kids aren't being moved from house to house, they can stay in the same school, make friends, and focus. That means better grades, more confidence, and a brighter future. 3. Families stay stronger. Moving all the time breaks families down, stress, arguments, even trauma. A stable home keeps everyone under one roof, calmer, happier, and more connected. Number 4. Mental health improves. Housing stress is one of the biggest triggers for anxiety and depression. A safe home means peace of mind, more smiles, and less time worrying. Number 5, better life opportunities. If you've got a stable home, you can plan your life. Hold down a steady job, build savings, focus on you and your kids, and invest in the future. Without it, you're always just surviving. 115 families housed with stable capped rents. Parents worry less, work more steadily. Kids learn better, brighter futures. Families argue less, more peace at home. Less sickness, less stress, more hope. In plain words, stable housing doesn't just give you a roof. It gives you health, education, stronger families, and a real shot at life. So let's go over Geneco efficiency one more time. If we had $1 to spend, where would it do the most good for people? 1. Bang for your buck. Some fixes save a lot of lives for very little money. Number 2. Fast results. Some actions show benefits right away. Number 3. Builds the future. When people are healthy and educated, they work more, earn more, and help their communities grow. Number 4. Fairness. The best solutions help the poorest first. Number 5. Cheap and proven. Boring stuff like nutrition, clean water, vaccines. It's cheap and works everywhere. Why it matters? It avoids waste. It shifts focus away from emotional spending, shiny things, towards practical spending, what actually works. This is actually called the real economy. It doesn't mean ignoring big or flashy goals like climate or tech, but it asks, is this the smartest use of resources right now? In short, Geneco efficiency equals putting resources where they create the most return in human dignity and well-being. Governments and funders don't just want good ideas, they want proof of efficiency, accountability, and scale. Geneco Efficiency and Idunn Foundation delivers all three. Aligned with Nobel level economic logic, focus on return of investment for society. Ethical and auditable. Funders see exactly how dollars turn into housing outcomes. And social economics and human impact, that's the third. Instead, clean water, health, and poverty reduction were seen as delivering the most immediate measurable impact. At the Idunn Foundation, we apply the same principle to Australia's housing challenge. The lesson is clear. When resources are directed with clarity and efficiency, we build stronger futures. This is about value for money, impact per dollar, and outcomes that align with national priorities, stable housing. Why this fits Idunn Foundation is all about housing as a basic need. Stable homes equal healthier families, stronger communities. Just like Lomberg's list, we focus on what gives the biggest return per dollar spent. And in this case, it's housing for Odinn. The lesson is efficiency. When you know where resources make the biggest impact, you use them wisely. These figures are as of today's date. The longer left alone, the more expensive housing gets daily. So the word for today is efficiency. If this mission aligns with you, should you accept? Come, let's build this together. If you're wondering why am I doing this, it's because I am no ordinary man. This is my purpose and in loving memory of my beautiful boy, Amra. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for your time. Follow the journey. Share the spark. You know how we close these.